Today, my little sister Shah is coming over to help me make Mediterranean turkey meatballs. Meatballs are so easily made that I often wonder why people go out and buy the store-bought kinds with so much more preservatives. Today's meatballs offers a slight twist, Mediterranean style with cumin, paprika, and some crumbly feta cheese. Put it in a pita with some store-bought tzatziki sauce, sliced onions, and tomatoes, and you've got one heck of a meal. Today, my little sister Shah is here. She's gonna help me make Mediterranean turkey meatballs. We're gonna use obviously turkey, some feta cheese, fresh parsley, cumin, paprika. It's actually a lot simpler than you're thinking in your head. It's a lot simpler than it sounds. I already actually have, also we're gonna make some Mediterranean style pasta salad to go along with it, and I have that already working here with some boiling water and a tablespoon of salt, and that should take about 5 to 6 minutes, and we'll check it out in a little bit. We're using orzo pasta for that. Now, do you ever use orzo pasta?
No, I don't know anything about it.
She doesn't cook that much, let's just say.
I got the athletic genes.
She played a lot of basketball. I stayed in drama class. So we're very opposite when it comes to that. So I'm kind of teaching her how to cook, and she's newly engaged, yay! And so I'm gonna teach her a couple recipes for her new husband-to-be. So orzo pasta, just like this. It looks like rice kernels, actually, but it's pasta. So it's really nice. Especially, we eat a lot of rice in our family, don't we? It's a nice mix. It's a nice little, different thing, but it looks just like rice to switch it up. So we're using that in our pasta salad today, okay? So, like I said, I have that working already in some hot boiling water over there. I'm gonna check it out. There's some salt and a little bit of olive oil in there. So you just mix it around. Shah, why don't you go ahead and take the ground turkey out of the fridge. While she does that, now meatballs is something that I find often in grocery stores frozen, and I'm sure there's some good tasting ones out there, but you know what? I think it's so easy to make it yourself at home. Why would you go out and spend so much money and buy it frozen when there's preservatives, when you can make it at home very easily, and it's something that you could get the kids involved, your future kids involved in making. So I actually have, these are a pound and a half each. Now it seems like a lot, but really what you could do, and what I do often, is I make a little bit more than I think I need, freeze it on a cookie sheet. Then when they're all, after you cook them, that is, freeze it on a cookie sheet and then put them all in a Ziploc bag. Then you have the convenience of frozen meatballs that you could pop in, in your sauces anytime or microwave, but without the preservatives. It's fresh, you could keep it up there up to 3 months, store it in your freezer, and it gives you that convenience. So I actually always make a little bit more than I need. So Shah, we're gonna open this up. Go ahead and dump it in there, in our bowl here. And I'm gonna teach you what to do with this, okay? There you go, I'll take that. So this is about 1.5 pounds, so we have about 3 pounds here. It seems like a lot, but in my house, it doesn't last more than 2 days, really. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some parsley. Freshness of the parsley really helps. I'm going to show you how to chop herbs very easily. What you want to do is kind of tuck it all in. I actually learned this trick from the prep cooks at a restaurant that I used to work in. I mean, they would chop herbs and vegetables all morning long, so I used to just watch them. I was their manager, and I used to watch them and actually learn from them and the tricks that they would use to do a very good job and do it quickly. So you kind of have to tuck this in as much as you can and just run your knife through. Okay, tuck your fingers in as well. You want to give it a try?
No, I don't.
Yeah, come on, give it a try. Let's put your
Dude, I'm so illiterate when it comes to this.
Okay, tuck your fingers in, just like that. There you go. And then with your knife, careful, that is a big knife. Now you can feel it against and rock. There you go.
Whoa.
Slowly. There you go. And keep pushing your fingers back. Good job. Yes.
She's doing good.
And just chop it all up. Very good. No, you know what? People get intimidated. But once you start doing it and playing around, it's really fun. There you go. So just rocking motion, fingers tucked in, very finely, and she's doing such a good job.
You should be proud of me, Brian. I'm cooking.
That's her fiance. He'll be asking for this, I'm sure, soon. I'm gonna check on this while you're doing that. I'm gonna check on our orzo pasta. This is a short pasta, so it'll cook very, very quickly. And actually, I think we're almost there. Let me give it a try here. Slipping off my. We're done. So while you're doing that, Sha, I'm gonna drain this. And when you're done, go ahead and dump it in the ground turkey. Okay.
Me and my sister actually used to live together, and she always made the best meals ever. I was never hungry. I'll just tell you that. And then she got married, so.
And then I got married.
And then she got married, and I was out. But she was the bomb.
So now I have half a pound here of orzo pasta. Like I said, it looks just like rice, but it's not. It's pasta, so it's good. We'll make a salad out of that. Just let it cool. Just let it hang out. Sha, oh, good job, Sha. So here's some parsley, ground turkey. Now I'm gonna take some red onion. It's a pretty big onion here, and we just need maybe half of the half, quarter. Yeah, and we'll take this edge off. Okay. Red onions have a really tough outer skin, so you really kind of want to peel more than the first layer. 2 to 3 layers deep is what you want to do. Now, I was using this onion earlier. I didn't want to waste it, so we're gonna dice it, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Chop it finally. Oh my gosh, these onions. Here we go again. I'm gonna cry. So we want it as fine as we can. Small dice. In our family, we really love flavorful foods. My dad is half Indian, so we really love these kinds of bold flavors. Grew up eating Indian food, Mediterranean food. What else shall we
Yeah,
eat?
we grew up eating everything.
Everything.
My dad would make us eat everything.
Yes, and he would always try and make us eat food that we didn't think we liked when we were young, and he would always say, how do you know you like it if you've never tried it? Or how do you know you don't like it if you've never tried it?
Even soy pudding. He used to eat
Soy pudding.
From America.
I used to cry. Yes, we lived in the Philippines, so I was about 9 years old. Sha, how old were you?
I was 6.
About 6 before we moved to San Francisco. We grew up there in our teenage years. And my dad would often travel here as a missionary.
He would come back
with all the
from
American foods, and one of them would be soy pudding.
It was so nasty.
And we would cry eating it the whole way through, and we can never leave the dinner table without finishing the cup. Yeah.
It was nasty, but it was from America, so we had to eat it.
That's so funny. Okay, so here, see that little piece of onion?
Yeah.
Really gave us a lot. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna do feta cheese. Now, okay, this might seem weird that we're putting cheese in with it, but I promise you it's delicious. Okay, so we have here 6 ounces of crumbly feta cheese. We're gonna put that all in. And you know, turkey is a little bit more wet when it comes in terms of when you're comparing it to ground beef. So you don't really need a lot of binding like you think you would. We're gonna chop up half of this bell pepper. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I do this. We're gonna use all of it, but we're only gonna use half. julienne, fancy term for matchstick pieces. And little pieces.
Ouch.
Ooh. Watch the knife. Okay.
It was so colorful.
Yeah, it's very colorful. And you know what they say? The more colorful your food is, the more vitamins you're taking in. And it's a good little health tip. You squeeze very finely. Okay, so it's half. Oops. The bell pepper. Let's go ahead and cut up the rest because we'll just stick the rest in our pasta salad. Since we're gonna be gonna go ahead and just dice all of it. Okay. See how I'm cutting? Let's go ahead. Let me get our paprika, cumin. Do what? That's half a teaspoon. Do 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. So 3 of those. Paprika, yeah, paprika, same thing. Paprika and cumin, we're doing 1.5 of each, 1.5 teaspoons. It might seem like a lot, but it's Mediterranean style, so we do want to bring out those nice flavors. Okay, so 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. With our pasta salad, I already put in here our red bell pepper. I'm taking flat leaf spinach, taking a handful of that. We're just loading this with antioxidants. It's really good for you. And just, I mean, see how, I'm not really doing, there's really no rhyme or reason. You just want to chop this up as well. Ooh, I smell that cumin, do you? You smell that? It smells so good. And just roughly chop your spinach. Just take a handful and put it in with your pasta salad too. Okay. There you go, just an even. It's always wrapped in this plastic. Keep it fresh. And so what we want to do, okay, let's add some salt and pepper. The salt. You want maybe about a tablespoon of salt. Okay.
Is that it? I don't even know what a tablespoon is.
A little bit more.
Okay.
I know that's a grinder, so I mean the tools really help to the measuring. I'm gonna cut it again. We're using black pepper, but you could use red pepper flakes for that mix, which is so good. Okay.
Is that it?
Yep, that should be good. Now, just start mixing it all up together.
And roll up my sleeves.
Roll up your sleeves. Get a little bit dirty.
Oh.
Definitely something you would want the kids to do.
Oh yeah. Kids would love it.
They would love that. While you're doing that, I'm gonna heat our skillet. We're gonna heat our skillet to medium-high heat. And because turkey is so lean, we're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil because there's really no fat in turkey. And we wanna just add a little bit of fat so that it doesn't stick to the pan. I am using a non-stick pan, but you also want to inject some flavor. How's that looking?
Looks good.
Yeah.
Make sure I get it.
Now some people add breadcrumbs to this. I actually do not because I think there's enough there that, whoopsie, you don't need to add breadcrumbs, I don't think. But you can add about a quarter cup to half a cup if you chose to, and I do that too sometimes. Very good. Now while this is heating up,
While I'm making a mess.
turn it down a little bit so we can make our meatballs. And I'm gonna help you with this part. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit here. Let's get a plate. Now let's make some meatballs. All right, so now we're just gonna take this. You could do small meatballs, bigger size meatballs. We like the bigger size meatballs. So this is nice, probably 2 tablespoons worth. Whoa, that's huge.
That's too big.
So,
dang, I'm on my first meatball. You're like on your third one.
I'm already on my third, that's all right. Okay, and as you put this on the skillet, the cheese melts a little bit and it even gets more flavorful. You could even do this as burgers instead of meatballs, so it makes it different. You just want to make sure that you actually oil the grill really well, or the grill pan if you're doing it indoors, because again, turkey doesn't have that much fat, so you don't want it to stick. So this is kind of a nice, in the summertime, a different way to do like a burgers on the grill. Just different kind of burgers. Okay, so we're off to a good start here. I also have a friend, she shared with me actually online that she did a Greek wedding soup instead of the Italian wedding soup. Yeah. And she used her version of the meatballs. There you go. But I think she made it smaller, smaller meatballs. Okay, I think our pan is hot and this is full, so let's go ahead and drop these in. I'm gonna drop these in the skillet. It's nice and hot for us. Shaw, just keep going with the meatballs. Turn this up a little bit now that we're putting these in. Gotta make sure that pan is hot. Gently drop them in. Careful, because the pan is hot and that oil is very hot. Drop your meatballs in. Squeeze one more and leave it alone. Now while those are working, let's finish the rest. Well, your meatballs are getting bigger and bigger. And so let's get the rest of the meatballs in here.
It smells so good.
It smells really good. You could smell it throughout the house. Yeah, I know, I'm getting hungry too. Put this in a pita with some sliced onions, cucumbers. You could certainly make tzatziki sauce at home. I mean, it's actually very simple. Sour cream, a little bit of the Greek yogurt, which is very different than the American style yogurt, because American style yogurt seems to be a little bit sweeter. And Greek yogurt is a little bit more tangy, so it's great with sauces and dips. So tzatziki sauce has sour cream, Greek yogurt, grated cucumbers, it gives it that freshness, garlic, lemon. That's really it. Oh, this one's gonna have to be a giant one. Giant meatball. Okay. So it seems like a lot of meatballs, but it's good when you're having a party. It's easy, it's inexpensive, or like I said, you can make them ahead, fry them up, freeze it on a cookie sheet, and then put some in a zip bag, and put it in your freezer. Okay, so while you're watching that, I'm gonna finish this pasta salad here. Get me a spoon. So we have here red bell peppers, cucumbers, spinach. You can add some red onion if you wanted to. What I'm gonna do though, creamier. I have more feta cheese, another 6 ounces of feta. You wanna put that in. Once it hits the warm pasta, it helps to make it creamy. We're gonna add some olive oil. A tablespoon of olive oil, don't be shy with that. Some salt, maybe a teaspoon or 2. bell pepper. Ground pepper. There's bell peppers in it. A little or as much as you'd like. We love pepper in our house. You should see the way we eat fried eggs. We got it from our grandpa.
Yeah.
Our dada, who would eat eggs completely, I mean it's black, his fried eggs would be completely covered in black pepper. And I think everyone in our family, even my cousins, eat their eggs that way. So go ahead and flip one and see how that looks. Go ahead and flip it. We're gonna do half of a lemon. Do it right side up so that the seeds don't fall in. Sometimes you get lemons with just full of seeds. Sometimes they don't have any. This one doesn't look like it has any seeds. Some nice pasta salad. I'm gonna add some olives. These are already half. Kalamata olives, halved. My sister doesn't like olives that much, so I'm gonna add a little bit. And that's the thing with cooking. You can add a little bit or as much as you'd like. Let's do just 2 tablespoons of it. I'll add more later. But that just gives it a nice zing. There, and the warm pasta, again, none of this is cooked. You know, you could find also whole grain pasta if you'd like. It's a pretty good pasta salad there. Start assembling, start cleaning up here. So we can start assembling our meal. Pita. It around, you cut it in half, you open it very gently, and you get a little pocket in there where you can stuff it. And you can stuff it with anything that you want. In this case, Mediterranean turkey meatballs. And let me grab a plate. How are you looking? I know, it's looking good. Some pasta salad, Greek style, Mediterranean style. Make sure I have a little bit of olive on mine. No olives on yours. I bought some tzatziki sauce from the organic market.
What is it called?
Tzatziki sauce. Tzatziki. Tzatziki sauce. I have a red onion. I am using a lot of red onion because this type of food uses lots of red onion, and it's good. We're gonna thinly slice this since we're eating it raw. We don't wanna be overpowered. Thinly slice. Shaw's busy back there cooking. I'm chopping. We're gonna have one heck of a great lunch today. Take this, fighting with this wrapper. The cucumber. Just gonna cut it on an angle. Then again, thinly sliced. An angle. Few slices. Stuff that in there. Do wedges. This tomato's kind of ripe. Stuff that in there. This is gonna be a big pita sandwich. Take a look at this. side. Almost done. So here's our meatball. It looks so good, still nice and hot. Now what we're gonna do is try and stuff it in here. Let's move this aside. Let's put, how many meatballs do you think
3.
could fit in here? 3. 3 meatballs in there. Go ahead, Sean, put some tzatziki sauce on there.
On top of the meatball.
Yeah, inside of the pita. Just dress it, and that's like the dressing. Oh, that looks so delicious.
This is good.
We get forks for our salad. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so hungry.
I'm ready to dig. This is so
I
good.
love tzatziki sauce. You can even add hummus as a spread if you'd like. All right, ready? Oh my gosh, where do I start? Mmm. Mmm.
Yeah.
Mmm. So good. Mediterranean style. So much easier. That look easy than you think. Out of the norm. Creamy. Good. Very simple ingredients: lemon juice, olive oil, crumbly feta cheese. This is something you could definitely do at home. Different than your average meatball. Again, make 2 batches, freeze the other half in a bag, and you have very easy meal throughout the week when everyone's so busy and you don't have time to cook sometimes. We're gonna go ahead and finish our lunch. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you want any more of these recipes, any more videos, go ahead and log on to mommacuisine.com.